Life is strange. I loved her not as a person, but as a form. She didn't like how I spoke, how I looked, or what I did. But I loved her so much that my heart split in two. So I decided to change her myself, and I had a long-awaited plan to bring back my true love.
My wife is Frankenstein,
stitched from pieces,
and I love her anyway.
Her heart couldn't understand it and burst apart from anger, and hysteria screamed in my direction. I took her favorite red scarf, wrapped it around her neck, and began to pull slowly so she would think it was a game. But in the end it happened quickly. She didn't even understand what happened when she stopped breathing and her heart stopped.
My wife is Frankenstein,
stitched from pieces,
and I love her anyway.
She still looked at me like a puppy with no home who wants love, but the air left her instantly. Everything around became quiet, no one screamed anymore, and the moonlight fell onto the floor. I laid her down and took the knives and began to cut her into pieces,
so I could start putting her back together the way I wanted. My wife is Frankenstein,
stitched from pieces,
and I love her
anyway. Her blood reflected in the moonlight on the floor, pieces of her body everywhere. She no longer complains, and the house became so quiet that the sound of the draft can be heard. But I knew I would be able to put her back together the way I want and change her.
My wife is Frankenstein,
Stitched from pieces,
and I love her anyway.
I stitched her with wire and thread, put in a new heart and brain that I already had from my previous dead wife, and had been waiting for this moment to revive my wife that I lost. When lightning struck the tower, when I turned on the electricity, rise up, my dear, you are my Frankenstein's wife!
My wife is Frankenstein,
Stitched from pieces,
and I love her anyway.
the current ran through the body, and she began to rise, rise, rise. You are alive again. I added what she lacked: a calmer voice, more obedient hands, eyes that look only at me, and a mouth that now smiles only for me. I hope you still love me.
My wife is Frankenstein,
Stitched from pieces,
and I love her anyway.
she no longer tastes the apples we love to eat together in the garden under the apple tree and kiss. Now she eats only raw pieces of liver. And when I want to kiss, I hope she no longer bites and doesn't want to bite me. But at least she is silent when I speak, and never again says, "You never understand me."
My wife is Frankenstein,
Stitched from pieces,
and I love her anyway.
Sometimes at night she stands by the bed and watches, and I wonder, does she remember the red scarf? But then she smiles with a cracked mouth and says, "My love, now we will be together forever, and shows the red scar. And in that moment his own heart stops for a second from fear, from what he has created.